Everyone, my name is Connor, and I'm a student at Penn State studying environmental science, and I'm here to talk to you today a little bit about nutrient cycling and the roles animals play as vectors in the movement of nutrients in our global ecosystem and large landscape scale ecosystems. So most of you probably know about the carbon cycle, carbon as an element, the water cycle, water being a compound, and the different stages or states water can occur in and how it moves around our biosphere. And nutrients are kind of the same way. Um, One example I prepared is phosphorus. So here, I have our little diagram depicting both the water and phosphorus cycles. So obviously water, it occurs in different phases. Um, Phosphorus doesn't really have that advantage. It occurs really only as a solid, so it's difficult for it to move around without large animals that have sort of disappeared in recent years. So obviously water it evaporates. It occurs as a gas. It boosts the uplands, the mountains. It precipitates, becomes a liquid, uh, moves back towards the ocean as either surface water or groundwater. Phosphorus, it's a lot more complicated, and it doesn't really have the benefit of coming back to the start as a gas. So phosphorus, it erodes, it leaches out of rocks really slowly over the course of hundreds of years. And megafauna, like our ground sloth, we got that right up there in the NC Museum of Natural Science. Uh, Mastodon, large whales, they all did a lot of work in moving it around, and we don't really have them anymore. So now phosphorus, there is a human, either because of human impacts or erosion, it moves down through the rivers. Um, it sort of stays and accumulates in megafauna, and they sort of serve as our reservoirs. But with the loss of the megafauna, with the loss of anadromous fish that move upstream, we block them with dams, loss of seabirds. It's difficult for phosphorus that gets to the ocean to sort of come back up to the upland. It falls to the ocean floor and kind of trapped there. So I guess the main sources, main things I sort of want to points I want to make to you is megafauna were reservoirs. They were areas where phosphorus accumulated. We got rid of those, and we also got rid of